our next speaker, Dr. Stephen Cameron, and he will be sharing with us on how leaders can solve unemployment. I wish the whole world, all our youth, all our scholars, our graduates from every universities can join us on this platform to hear this particular topic by Dr. Stephen Cameron, who will be sharing with us from his own experience, wisdom, and knowledge. Dr. Stephen is a member of Chambers of Commerce, member of Homeopathic Medical Council of Pakistan, and is also a doctor of homeopathic medicine, and also a diploma in Christian ministry, diploma in Bible studies, Raymond Bible College. He's also the senior manager in banking professional. And he also trained and lectured the MCB Bank Staffs College. He also helped them with reconciliation and many, many more. He also, the founder, he's also helping them with account opening, checkbooks, insurance, and many more. And because of his dedication at work and to people and his commitment, he has worked for 12 years in MCB Bank, Sonera Bank, Abbey Bank. I'm sure you are familiar with those banks. And he's been promoted several times as OG, AVP, and also been awarded and recognized in several ways. So that is the more reason why we are blessed here to have him to come and share with us. His education background, master's in business administration, as well as what he has got already, executive major, marketing and finance. He also have a presentation skills training course, computer course, and many more. So allow me now to welcome Dr. Stephen Cameron from Pakistan to share with us his wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and experience. I'm sure by the time he finishes today, you will know the reason why I really, really appreciate his time, because presently he's working and then he has to ask for permission to come and present to us this valuable presentation. So we do not take anyone for granted. They all are working, they are all key leaders in the world. And still, they create time where there is no time to come and deliver and teach us what you can go out there and buy, but you are getting it free on Yes You Can International. So on behalf of Yes You Can International, we thank you, sir, Dr. Stephen Cameron, and we also appreciate your time with us, and we welcome you. The stage is yours.
It's an honor. It's an honor, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. And thank you so much for such an amazing introduction. God bless you a lot. You're a source of inspiration and motivation for us, our dear Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. And the topic under discussion today is a very interesting topic. And, it's very close to my heart because I really want, and, you as a leader and, everyone here in this organization, we want everybody to be employed, everybody to, participate in the economy of their countries and for their families, by employing. Um, it could be self-employment or it could be, employment in any company. And as we know that we are giving, skills, you are imparting, people with a great mindset that yes, they can do anything. Uh, and yes, they can do wonders in their lives. So if we talk about the topic is that how leaders can solve unemployment, the problem of unemployment. And let's see what unemployment is, first of all. That unemployment refers to the situation where individuals who are willing and able to work and are unable to find suitable employment opportunities. It is typically measured as the percentage of workforce that is actively seeking employment but is currently without a job. Unemployment can occur due to various factors such as economic downturns, technological changes, mismatched skills between job seekers and available jobs, and structural issues within the labor market. Government and organizations often track and analyze unemployment rates to understand economic health and implement policies to mitigate its impact. We can say that unemployment is joblessness. It is worklessness. It is layoff. It can happen because of layoffs, redundancy, disemployment, sometimes idleness, inactivity, and underemployment also. So now let us see that how leaders would eradicate this problem of unemployment. But first of all, let's check out the qualities of great leaders with reference to eradicating unemployment. So, first of all, let's define leader. A leader is someone who inspires and guides others towards a common goal or vision. Leadership involves influencing people to achieve objective effectively and efficiently. Leaders can emerge in various contexts, including businesses, politics, community organization, and social movements. And now, let's see the qualities of a great leader with reference to eradicating unemployment. Visionary thinking. A leader has a clear vision of where they want to lead their organization or community. And a visionary leader in addressing unemployment would envision a future with low employment rates and vibrant job markets and equitable access to employment opportunities for all. The second quality which great leaders have with regards to eradicating unemployment is effective strategic planning. So, effective leaders develop and execute strategic plans to achieve their vision. A leader addressing unemployment would develop comprehensive strategies involving educational reforms, skill training programs, economic development initiatives aimed at creating sustainable job opportunities. The third quality which great leaders have regarding eradicating unemployment is innovative problem solving skills. Great leaders are adept at finding creative solutions to complex challenges. A leader would innovate by promoting entrepreneurship, supporting emerging industries, and leveraging technological advancement to create new job markets. And today, we would also discuss that how one could be self-employed by starting entrepreneurship ventures, and we would discuss various steps that would be used to make their own businesses run and be successful. And the fourth quality which great leaders have is effective communication. Leaders communicate clearly and persuasively to inspire and motivate others. A leader would effectively communicate the importance of education, skill development, and community engagement in reducing unemployment and fostering economic growth. Empathy and inclusiveness is also a quality which great leaders have. Great leaders understand and empathize with the needs and perspectives of others. A leader would prioritize policies and programs that support marginalized groups, address barriers to employment, and promote diversity in the workforce. Collaboration and partnership is also a quality which great leaders have. Leaders build and nurture relationships with stakeholders to achieve common goals. And a leader would collaborate with governments, businesses, educational institutions, and community organizations to create holistic approach to job creation and workforce development. Number seventh is resilience and determination. Leaders demonstrate resilience in the face of challenges and remain determined to achieve long term goals. A leader would persevere through economic fluctuations and setbacks, continuous adapting strategies to meet evolving labor market needs, and ethical and transparent leadership is also a quality which great leaders have. Great leaders uphold integrity, fairness, transparency in their actions and decisions. A great leader would ensure that policies and initiatives to combat unemployment, right? And inspiring others and motivating others is also a quality which great leaders have. And as we were discussing yesterday, and our great leader, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, was also discussing it with us, that we should encourage people, we should ask questions, we should get feedback, we should tell them the processes of making things happen, we should work on their mindset, we should not dictate, we should inspire and motivate them up. We should lead them from the front, give them examples, lead them by examples, and bring up the best in them. And yes, they could do anything. So, leaders inspire and motivate individuals and teams to perform at their best. A leader would inspire hope and confidence in the job seekers, entrepreneurs, and businesses, encourage them to actively participate in efforts to reduce unemployment. And the last quality, which last but not the least, is adaptability and learning agility. Leaders are adaptable to change and continuously seek to learn and improve. A leader would adapt to emerging trends in technology, labor market, and global economic shifts, ensuring strategies to remain relevant and effective in addressing unemployment challenges. So we can say that a leader in the context of eradicating unemployment demonstrate vision, strategic thinking, innovation, empathy, collaboration, resilience, ethical conduct, inspiration, adaptability, and commitment to continuous improvement. By embodying these qualities, leaders can effectively lead efforts to reduce unemployment and promote sustainable economic growth and prosperity. Now, let's see how. What are the measures and how a leader can eradicate unemployment? Let's see some approaches involving government policies, private sector initiatives, and community engagement. And here are several strategies which leaders can consider to tackle unemployment. Number one is education and training programs, which includes skill development and lifelong learning also. They should promote skill development and promote the lifelong learning. Invest, leaders should invest in vocational training and educational programs that align with industry needs. And they should also encourage continuous learning and upskilling among workers. So, the example of continuous learning is that they should offer subsidies for professionals to attend workshops and seminars on emerging industry trends. They should also establish certain coding boot camps because these days, it is the era of softwares, it's the era of, you know, coding. So they should establish coding boot camps to train individuals in programming languages and software development, meeting the demands of tech jobs. Leaders should also promote and support entrepreneurs and small businesses. They should give them access to the finance also. They should make business incubators and support networks. They should facilitate access to credit and funding for startups and small businesses. They should establish business incubators equipped with shared office spaces and mentorship programs. So, for instance, implementing a microfinance scheme which provide financing to people for starting a business at a low rate, and this could be given to youth, and this could be given to women owned businesses in rural areas. And We know a lot of organizations across the globe are providing microfinances, and they are doing very well. We can have the example of Grameen Bank, which is doing amazing and wonders, in helping individuals and women specifically do their business. And uh, tech incubation that supports early stage startups in developing prototype. Leaders should also uh, you know, leaders should also work on it, because it's really important to help people start their own businesses, because uh, in this matter or in this manner, they would be able to employ a lot of other labor force, which need jobs. If, we would help people establishing business, they would be the people, who are going to employ individuals, in upcoming futures. So, talking about entrepreneurship, we can see that leaders could follow certain steps, and they could actually, motivate individuals in starting up their own businesses and making those businesses a success story. And here are certain steps which leaders should actually, focus on, imparting to the young ones, imparting to the people who want to start their business. That, business doesn't actually happen with finances. Yes, financing is so important, but first of all, what is important is ideation and planning. And what is more important is identifying a problem or opportunity in the market. And like we were discussing that day, our very dear Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth was discussing that day, that there are a lot of problems and there are a lot of opportunities which are not addressed. And yes, people could find those opportunities and start their own businesses. So, first thing, which is most important and fundamental for starting your own business or startup, is identifying a problem. And leaders should help people in identifying opportunities and those problems. They should help people in conducting market research to identify gaps and problems that the businesses would need to address. And they should try to get that idea validated by gathering feedback from potential customers and industry experts. And the second thing, which is very important, is they should help people in developing a compelling vision. Formulation of a vision is very important for a business, because it would make a business sustainable. So they should help people define a clear vision, inspiring vision for their startup. And this they should mentor people up in that also. And they should also help people articulate how how their solution will create value and make their product differentiate itself in the market. They should also help people create a business plan, and they should lead from the front. They should lead with their own example. Um, they should help people make strategic plan, make a startup proposal also, give them a roadmap, give them a business strategy. So they should help people make a business model. They should help people identify target market, competitive analysis, and showing them how the revenue streams would work. And they should also help people, making a marketing strategy, operational plan, and financial projections. So it's really important to help people, at every step, and leaders should be there to guide people up. And as we were discussing that day, that if the leaders would be equipped with this knowledge and they would be having their own examples, the people who are following them up, or the mentees, would not actually do the same problem, which would be harmful for their business, which would be harmful for their life, right? So um, it's very important that you should keep an eye on your mentees, or on the people you are guiding, that they should not do the same problems which we've been through. So leaders should help people build a talented team, hire skilled workforce, capable staff. They should also help people build a prototype, build, I mean, the initial basic version. They should also help people, secure funding, because fund is very important. They should, introduce, introduce individuals to angel investors, venture capital funding, and crowdfunding also. They should help them, market their products and, acquire customers. They should help them, identify KPIs of their business and, you know, giving target to their staff. They should also help them, when the time comes in scaling operations of the business and expansion of the business. They should also help them cultivate leadership skills to inspire their team and etc. So we can say that leaders would help the people to start their own business, so that instead of looking for employment, they would be in a position to help other people get employment and eradicate this, evil from our society, and everybody would contribute into the economy of the country, of the nation they are living in, and for their family also. So moving on towards our next point, that how leaders would eradicate unemployment is infrastructure development projects. They would also, give public sector and private sector proposals to start big projects, and projects like highways, airports, and certain projects like buildings and energy solutions also, because these projects employ a large number of labor force. So they should also guide governments and private sector to invest in infrastructure projects such as building highways and airports. For example, constructing a high speed rail network that employs local engineers and construction workers. They should also um, you know help people to get jobs in renewable energies by I mean by projects which are related to solar panels and etc. So then comes another point where leaders should help is labor market policies. Flexible labor regulations, a leader should help and advise the governments and private sector also in making conducive labor policies, so that labor would work well over there. Implement policies that balance worker rights and flexibility for employers. For example, introducing flexible working hours to accommodate different lifestyle and family responsibilities. And they should also support disadvantaged groups also. They should help in youth employment programs and support for marginalized group also. Create programs offering paid internship and apprenticeship. For instance, a partnership between local businesses and schools to provide hands-on training for students in technical fields. They should also support marginalized groups, address barriers faced by marginalized communities, such as providing language classes and job readiness training for immigrants and refugees sometime. Um, they should also promote economic diversity, industry diversification also, and regional development, encourage growth in emerging sectors like biotechnology and artificial intelligence. Like we used to discuss, here at YYCI, that artificial intelligence is not something to be scared of. It is something that is a reality and it's going to happen. So we should, I mean, we should train ourselves in that field, so that, we should not be irrelevant in the employment market or the job market. It's always good to, make yourself flexible enough to, change with the changing circumstances or the changing technology or the industry dynamics. So technology and innovation, digital skills development program also, promote digital literacy programs for all age groups, as it is a digital era also. So we should help everyone up in community centers and other places where they would come and learn free coding and other things, so that they should be computer literate and know how to program, softwares. So international cooperation also, leaders should be charismatic enough to engage with international organization, uh, you know, for bringing in investment, for bringing in international sector, so bringing in multinational corporations in the country to eradicate the unemployment. Because if there would be international investment, coming in a country, leaders would the people would definitely get employment. So monitoring and evaluation also, leaders should collect data and continuously analyze labor market to identify areas of high unemployment and skill shortages, and conducting quarterly surveys to track employment rates and job vacancies. So collaborations and partnerships also. Public-private partnership is very important, as we know that the public sector sometimes, is not sufficient enough to support. So I think private and public sector partnership is very important. They should foster collaboration between government agencies, businesses, and education institutions to align workforce training with industry need. And for example, partnership between university and a tech company to develop a curriculum tailored to the skills needed in the local tech industry. And thank you so much. Let's conclude this topic today. In conclusion, solving unemployment requires proactive leadership that integrates diverse strategies across education and entrepreneurship support, infrastructure development, labor policies, and inclusive growth initiatives. A leader must envision a future with reduced unemployment rates, strategically plan interventions, foster innovation, and collaborate extensively with stakeholders and public and private organizations. By implementing these measures with determination and adaptability, leaders can effectively mitigate unemployment, socio and paving the way for sustainable economic growth and enhanced societal well-being. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen, for sharing this amazing information that every one of us need to learn and to hear about concerning unemployment. How do we deal with it as a leader? And you've done justice to it. And I believe that we can still continue talking about this particular topic, because all over the world is not even bound to only one area. All over the world, this state of unemployment is increasing every day. Imagine some people that has been at the work, their work is not secured anymore. They can be redundant
Yes.
anytime, they can be sacked anytime, or even the companies, the companies, even the government, they can be in bankrupt as well. They can be in administration, and that will also increase unemployment. We have a lot of students graduating every day, and they are also looking for job. So
Very true. Very, very true.
it's like this employment is now, and those that are even getting the job, I mean, the job is now competitive. That
Oh, yes.
it's not only just what you know in the school, it's not only just what you learn in university. It's all about how you can really fit in, how you can fit in, how you can satisfy the employer, how you can win your application and interview. So there's so many to go into these ones, and that is why we need to be addressing it as well. And I'm glad that
Very
you've
true.
really shared with us a lot of that here on this platform. We like you also to prepare, because probably next week I might be able to put you through to, invite you to come and speak to us on WhatsApp in the evening concerning this
Sure.
unemployment, because that is where we have a lot of youth, and some of them, they're looking for job. There's no job there. So what can they do,
Yeah.
in that area? And as a
Yes,
leader, how can you support them? You know, so it's in two ways. How can we support them, and how can the youth also, how can they really gain that ground of employment?
absolutely.
It's very important. So next week, I would like you to, do you want to say something, sir?
Yeah, but I'm saying that, in that program, we would definitely, I mean, introduce some courses with the
Mm-hmm.
youth
Mm-hmm.
that they would do, and make them employable, or make them, employable,
Employable,
because
yes.
industry is changing,
That's a good
and
idea.
dynamics are changing. And we can tell them that, these are artificial intelligence courses
Mm-hmm.
you should do. These are the courses which are related to coding,
Yeah.
because tech sector is also growing. So yes.
Yeah, I think just based on what you just said as well, we are going to incorporate it with our leadership masterclass as well.
Yeah.
So if you can just send me the name, I mean the title, the topic you want us to, the topic of that particular section. So let's also do with that one. Apart from the one I said you will do, the
Yes.
other one is let us now train them properly how to be
Yeah.
employable. That is the word,
Very true,
employable.
very true.
And I
And
believe that,
as you always say, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas,
mm,
that people should be adaptable. They should be
mm,
flexible enough.
mm,
And same is the case with getting employment. We should be
mhm,
flexible enough
mhm,
in upgrading our skills. We should
mhm.
flexible enough in unlearning and learning new skills.
Exactly.
Unlearning the old one, because these days things are not like upgrading the skills. Sometimes
Mm,
we have to learn a new skill.
mhm,
Sometimes
mhm,
we have to learn something very new, and
mm.
make ourselves employable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Just yesterday, one of my somebody was introduced to me, yeah, just yesterday here in UK, and the person has been looking for a job for many months now. And when I really, after our WhatsApp, after our teaching last yesterday afternoon, I was able to just enlighten her, because sometimes when you are in a key position, the only thing that people just want to look at is that, oh, how can she help me? And they are not
Yeah.
looking at the preparation part of it. They're looking at the fact that how can she connect me to get a job? How can she connect me to get a
Yeah.
fund for water? But really, that is not the case. The case is, how well are you prepared to look for job? How well are you
Very
prepared
true.
to be employable? How well are you prepared to set up your business? How well are you
Absolutely.
prepared to progress? That is the word. That is what we are after. So by the time I now start and share with that lady, I mean that person yesterday, we spent almost 45 minutes trying to explain to her this and that. I was asking her questions. I want to see your CV. I want to see how you are preparing, and how have you been going for interviews? How have you been applying, doing the application? Because all these things are very important. They are very, very important that we
Yes,
build
that's
our
very important.
skills. We build our
Yes,
skills
yes,
also at that area. It's not about getting the job. It's about the
yes.
preparation of preparation, and how well are you ready for the job. So
Very
that is
true,
most
very true.
important thing. And then even when you get the job, like my pastor will say, yes, your degree, your gift, your talent, every other things can lead you there to get that job. But then what will sustain you in that job is your character and your attitude. So are we putting all this message across? Because yes, you can be jubilating that you've got the job. You understand? But
Yes,
then
yes, yes.
how are you doing the job? And then when you are doing the job, there can be opportunity for you to be promoted. And it is the problem you solve, what you do, that will determine the promotion that belongs to you, that you are entitled
Exactly.
into. So these are all the things, sir, that I would like you to incorporate in your teaching because we're going to bring you back for that particular topic. The one you've taught today, we're going to give you a chance next week to discuss it on WhatsApp. But this particular
Yes.
one, you're talking about preparation and how we're going to do how can you be employable? I think that is the word.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
we're going to, please, if you can send me the topic so that we can do the flyer
Sure.
and promote that one as well. so that we can prepare, we can help them. Yes, you can get your degree, you can get your
Yeah.
master's and other things like that, but we have noticed that some people have got their master's, PhDs, degree, all this education
Yeah.
level, but many months and years they haven't got a job, or they
Very
didn't
true.
get the right job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And maybe,
So,
maybe the lack of certain skills, the lack of
mhm,
persuasive skills,
mhm,
the lack of
mhm,
communication skills, the lack
mhm.
of the
Exactly.
inspiration, you know?
Exactly.
Yes.
So I would like it to prepare for that for us, please, so that we
Right.
can go. See, this is what we want. We are not just having a conference or a masterclass, but we are focusing on number one, engaging the mindset. And then engaging the mindset, growing the mindset, renew your mindset, and also transformation. So we want people to experience transformation in their situation, how they can change their stories around, how they can change their situation around, how they can become, how they can achieve, how they can, as a, remember, the logo of this organization is Yes, You Can. So if we are telling you that yes, you can, then the question you should be asking yourself that, okay, if you're telling me yes, you can, how can I succeed? How can I get a job? How can I create a business? How can I be an entrepreneur? How can so that's the questions that we want you to come to this master class and keep learning. Because when you keep learning, keep focusing, keep taking action, then you will see progress and then you can change your situation for the best. For that is excellent good. Thank you so much, Dr. Steven. I really like that. Any comment from Mr.
It's an honor.
Rotimi? Oh, Mr. Rotimi Christopher has a question for you, sir. And the question is, my question is, what is the role of a government in solving this problem of unemployment?
It's a very, very good question because government is basically the first, you know, we can say one to solve or eradicate this problem. And yes, there are a lot of leaders over there as well. It's a very relevant question. So here, what government should do is government should focus on skill development first of all, because employment doesn't mean that somebody is doing mercy on us. We should have skills to contribute into the organization, into the organizational goals, which are revenue generation or revenue creation. So we should have skills. We should have knowledge of what the organization would do and how we are going to contribute into the revenues of that organization, the profitability. So for that, we should develop the skills of people. We should introduce vocational trainings as government organizations, and we should, introduce them to educational programs. Sometimes, as we know that, tech companies are flourishing everywhere across the globe, and we can give them trainings in programming languages, languages like Java, languages like Python, and we can actually, teach them software development, things, and it's very important. And then we should also, as a government, tell them firsthand that industry would change, and please build a mindset of learning continuously, because maybe like tech industry is evolving so fast that maybe in next month or after 6 months you have to learn something new language.
It's,
And yeah, and government should actually promote entrepreneurship like we have already discussed. They should help businesses, new startups, with incubators. They should give them support networks also, access to finance also. It's very important, and it's on the part of government to help people up and in eradicating unemployment. They should also, I mean, start certain projects in which they could employ the labor also, because there are certain categories also of people who cannot contribute with their skills. Maybe they would act as a labor, because there are certain public projects also in which they could be employed. And it's It's basically the government's job first, that they should keep an eye on the job market, and tell people what to do. They should give certain subsidies and incentives to people for doing certain courses, which would help them in getting jobs.
Mm,
They should support the disadvantaged groups also. They should help, I mean, women also access towards finances, because in third world countries, if we talk about like Asia and certain other countries, women are I mean, women sometimes live in their homes, and they should help them out with microfinancing options, that they should start their own small business at home or something like that. And they should also, I mean, uh, bring in government should bring in international investors. They should bring in multinational corporations, and give them infrastructure, give them land, so that they should develop their businesses there and then employ. We have examples like Nestle is working everywhere across the globe. We have examples like Coca-Cola is working everywhere across the globe and employing people up. We have the example of Pepsi working everywhere across the globe. We have example of Procter and Gamble working everywhere across the globe, and basically, it's a part of government to help those multinational companies or MNCs to work in that country, and they should make the environment conducive for those business giants to operate. And yeah, that's all.
mm. Interesting, amazing. Thank you so much. I believe that we've gained full knowledge today, and we want to say thank you so much. Dr. Samina, I would like to invite you in case you have any questions as well or comment. Before we round up, I think we're about to finish now. Dr. Samina.
Yeah, unemployment is everywhere increasing. So I think the skill development, vocational trainings is very important, and software skills, everything. And we should learn continuously,
Mm,
because the time improve day by day, and effective uh, things, skills, very important for employment. And there are challenges for people, because uh, it is very important for to learn skills.
mm,
And we should encourage people to come forward, motivate people, inspire them, and lead them. Good leaders are also essential, so that they can motivate people, especially young generation, and help them to come forward, because sometimes people don't like to do the work. They like to do work uh, in the offices, and everywhere. They don't like skills.
mm,
And how important are skills? Because skills are useful for self employment. If someone knows how to making dress, and just like this small things. So embroidery for ladies, I am saying that. For gents also, they because fashion industry is growing day by day, and the food industry is growing day by day,
yeah.
and these are the very common things which are very important, and people can learn. Those who are not well educated, they can also learn the beverage and food, and dressmaking easily,
Yes.
and work. Yeah.
Mm,
So these are very important, and also with the help of the software,
yeah.
it is also important. The programming and software and skills of computer literacy, it is important. So the government should help financially people. If not, the people are so literate that they can able to get employment everywhere. So people need help,
Mm.
especially of the remote areas of villages, and those people, they have not get very much chances, just like the city people have chances. uh, then the village people are not very get very much chances
Mm.
to, they are not aware of these things which are useful in the cities. So in the remote areas, in cities, just like in villages, and also uh,
Mm.
health trainings are also very important, because there are so many issues of health to peoples, if they know. And poultry is also very important.
Mm.
Poultry industry is very common. The
Mm.
fa- the chicken and the eggs, these are daily things which are using at home. We are using at home, and they are increasing day by day. So people can, these small skills they can get, and also big skills also. The
Mm.
literate people can learn big skills for the offices,
Mm. Yeah.
and the less educated people can learn the skills of daily use for sell, selling the in the in the stores, salesmen, salesman in the stores. This is also a skill.
Good.
Many people are doing the
Thank you.
related to the sales industry,
Yeah.
girls and boys, and makeup industry, fashion industry. They need these small skills, just like ladies are used to makeup artists.
Mm.
Sometimes ladies are doing the job of makeup artist. So these are the
Thank
few
you.
things, tips which we can
Amazing.
introduce to our
Amazing,
Thank you.
amazing.
young
Did
generation.
you see how well you are, how educative you are, and full of wisdom, full of knowledge? We are
Yeah,
privileged in YYYCI International to have you, ma'am. We
yeah.
are privileged,
So
we are blessed. And I will say
yeah,
thank you so
some
much for
small,
sharing.
yeah,
Thank you for
small
sharing.
trainings like education,
Mm.
like Montessori, like small education skills are also important for
Important,
teaching
yes.
small children.
Yeah,
Small children.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
very important, very important.
it's
Thank you
very
so much.
important.
So this is
Thank
where we're going to end this. I think another idea, because the more even though I've written 45 topics, but
Yeah.
still, the more we talk
Ah,
about all this, the more the
yeah.
ideas are coming in. Dr. Stephen,
Yeah.
please write it as well,
Yeah.
apart from the topic you are creating for me,
Yeah.
another
Yes,
topic
ma'am.
on how can we help the organizations or even the nations now, because I think it's now a common, because of this economic crisis now, it's now becoming a common thing that the government, the council, the organizations, the private sectors are going into administration.
Yeah.
So I think
So
we can reason it together to see how we can share some few points of how we can prevent it. And then when it happens, what can we do?
absolutely. How can we prevent the recession? Or if it happens, what are the measures we could take to,
Exactly. So
yes,
because we are helping
to
our
survive?
as a
Yes. Yeah.
leader, isn't it? We are helping
And
ourselves.
yes, absolutely. And leaders, leaders know very well how to survive. And,
Exactly.
this is a survival strategy which you want to
Exactly,
tell everyone.
exactly.
Amazing.
So good,
Wow.
a good point, a topic, please. So apart from the one that you're going to be
Yes,
teaching
ma'am.
even next week, these two topics, please get back to me, and I want to know those
Yeah.
two topics so that we can promote it and do some flyers about it. We
Sure,
might
sure,
even
sure.
get yourself and other leaders to talk about that same topic,
Absolutely.
because we don't limit ourselves to the 45 topics that we've written on the flyer. you know,
Yeah.
and the more we talk, the more ideas are coming out. For us, we are to solve problems, and that's what we're doing on this platform. Solve problems
Right.
for leaders and also for our young ones.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that.
Excuse me, ma'am. Some books we want to introduce for the small children, Montessori books for the just like I did the many courses. So the helping books for the people who can learn themselves,
Okay,
just like the Montessori children for the Montessori the basic foundation
yeah.
education.
Is it
Just
been
like
written? Has it been written? Has it been published?
I think it is very important that we can introduce on
Okay,
our
yeah, we
platform
can.
the Montessori,
Yeah, we
start
can.
from the
Okay,
Montessori education,
yeah,
then also the Montessori training for the
yeah.
ladies, and
Okay,
for books, for guidebooks for
okay.
them, how to.
Dr. Stephen, please
Yes,
listen
ma'am.
to what mom is saying and write it down for
Yes.
me as well and send
Sure.
it to me. You
Yeah.
know, if we are here to
Absolutely.
create.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
So listen to
Good.
exactly what she's just raised that point, that
Yeah.
ideas, and
Yeah.
we see the way we can incorporate it and bring a book out of it, and then to
Absolutely, ma'am.
help many people. So thank you so much for this wonderful day and what we have already been doing since 9 o'clock. Wow, it's 1:30. We need to close now. So I'm just going to share a little bit of information, and then we do our powerful statement. We affirm our powerful statement, and then we end this section. Please feel free. I haven't seen you. We've started the evening section. I haven't seen many people to participate in those evening sections. Please, it's part of the master class. It's only that many people could not join us in the morning because they are working. And then we have amazing, amazing speakers that are also, like I said, Dr. Stephen and Dr. Samina will also be teaching on that WhatsApp class and many, many more. Okay, so please feel free to join us there. If you want it, just contact us. I've given you all the contacts and they'll be able to give you more information on that. Okay, so let's quickly share this and then we can finish today's one. Do not forget to stop that. It's very important. Oh, sorry.